Well, hello there, folks, and welcome to the Rush Family Range. I'm Wade Rush. I'm the host of the Bubba Roundtree Outdoors channel, and y'all have landed on the BRO reloading bench. Today we're going to be talking turkey. We put together some old school turkey rounds using regular old lead shot and all that. Got some dang good performance. It's a wonder our granddaddies killed anything at all without tungsten. Anyway, y'all stay tuned. Alrighty, boys and girls, we got some 3.5-inch hammers here in our turkey loads. First shot is a new primed 3.5-inch Shadite. I got this one from Ballistic Products. We've got 45 grains of the N110, Vitavori N110. We've got a 3.5-inch TPS cushion wide, or the CTPS Max as it is called now. And we've got 2¼ ounces of nickel-plated number 6 in here. 2¼ ounces of nickel-plated number 6 and covered in precision spherical buffer. Shot number 2, we've got a once-fired Federal haul here, Federal Premium. We went back with a Shadite primer. We've got 42 grains of little gun in this one. The CTPS Max wide, full cut all the way to the seal, and 2¼ ounces of nickel-plated number 6. And our last shot, we got a duplex load of just standard chill shot, and this is a once-fired Remington Express. We went back with a 209A because that was the closest thing to a Magnum primer I could find. My Magnum primers are still hidden from us. We've got 47 grains of N110, Vitavori N110, and the 3.5-inch CTPS Max, fully cut with 2.15 ounces of duplex, a 50-50 mix of 5s and 6s, all covered in BP original buffer. That's our 3 shots. We're going to be at 40 yards, a darn respectable turkey distance, so y'all stay tuned. All right, folks, today we've got a couple of new turkey chokes that I haven't tried yet. They're turkey tumblers from Rectifier. And the reason being, these things are some tight chokes. We've got a, let's see, we've got a 6.53 constriction and a 6.63 constriction. So we're really going to be squeezing this stuff out of the Stoeger M3500 with a 28-inch barrel. I think we've got our optic here on the M3500 pretty zeroed. It is with the buckshot anyway. So I'm going to hold it right on the red mark on the target down there. So we'll see what happens. The first shot is the new primed 3.5-inch Shadite with 45 grains of N110, 2¼ ounces of nickel-plated shot and precision spherical buffer.
You were going to mention...
Pollen.
You were going to mention that you were shooting it.
Okay, yes. And of course, Rachel has to remind me. The first shot, we've got the 6.63 constriction choke. We don't have the tightest one yet. We'll shoot this, and if it looks like it needs to be a little bit tighter, we'll go down with the even tighter choke and see what happens. All right, here we go. .983 is what we're showing there. Now that thing had plenty of pop. And that was 45 grains of N110. We're just under 1,000 foot per second. That's pretty dang good, but that's a 2¼ ounce load of nickel-plated number 6s. Is he a dead turkey? Absolutely. There's a lot of shot in the bird here. Like I said, we're at 40 yards, and you can see the pattern here. It covered the whole sheet. A lot down here, there'd be a pile of shot in your bird, that's for sure. It's hard to tell where the center of the pattern was on that. Probably looks to me like it was right about here, right about where the dot is at. I think I've got another in that Federal. I think I've got another nickel plated, 2 1/4 ounces of nickel plated. I'm gonna put the tighter choke in it, and we'll shoot that on the next shot. Definitely a dead turkey, no doubt about it. If he had 800 shot in here, would he be deader than he is right now? I don't know. There seems to be a lot of folks. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 in the brain right there. But I guess if he had 50 in the brain, he'd be deader. Okay, all right, let's shoot the next one. I've got a little overcast to see everything better. This is the once-fired Federal Premium 3.5-inch hull, folks. There's a lot of room in these hulls, like the Shadite, the Fiocchi, and the Federal. There's more room in it than there is the Remington hulls. Just a little bit more room. And this one has got 42 grains of little gun, pushing 2 1/4 ounces of nickel-plated number 6. This one's covered in original buffer. All right. Chair's not quite close enough. There we go. All right, here we go. .12-10 using the little gun. Looks outstanding. Rachel, give them a close-up of that primer. Back of that Federal hull right there. No pressure signs, looks great. Little gun and the N110 love heavy payloads. Once again, that turkey's going home on the tailgate. There's top to bottom, he's got shot all in him. A lot of guys get a lot tighter with the tungsten, but what I've been hearing consistently from my subscribers is, Wade, what can we put together that is not tungsten? We can't afford it. We just can't find it, can't afford it. And so that's what this is, guys. This is just the stuff that is easy to get right now, still pretty easy to find. And we're going to leave that super tight choke in there, and we're going to try our duplex out of that Remington Express, and we'll wrap up to 3.5. I may have 1 or 2 in 3-inch, but I'll look in the bag when we get back and see what just see what we got. Y'all stay tuned. Okay, folks, this is as simple as it gets. This is a once fired Remington Express. We got a Federal 209A primer in here under this 47 grains of N110, Vitavori N110, to give it a little more pop. A lot of the fellas I talked to said, Wade, you probably need to try a Magnum primer. I was already leaning that way, but I was having trouble finding my Magnum primers, but I did find some Federal 209A. And as y'all know, that is just about as hot as a CCI Magnum primer anyway. We've got 2.15 ounces of duplex 5s and 6s in here. And it is all covered in Ballistic Products original buffer. Beautiful standard crimp. These make some pretty rounds. Alrighty. All right. Here we go. 1183. Now we're getting some good velocities out of that N110. But that was the once fired Remington Express with the 209A. Richard, show them that pop primer right there. Well, I say pop primer, used primer. It's not pop. No signs of overpressure. And we got just under 1,200 foot per second that time. Definitely a dead bird. It almost looks like the main center of the pattern may have went a little bit left. And if it did, that was me, folks. But anyway, golly bum, there's piles of pellets in the bird. Anyway, can you still get it done with old conventional stuff? Absolutely, you sure can. I think I may have a couple of, for you guys that don't shoot the big super mags, I got a couple of 3-inch. We'll shoot them and wrap this thing up. All right, got a couple of 3-inch rounds for you guys. We're going to try here. We got a new primed Remington hull. I got these from Ballistic Products. 42 grains of little gun under the CTPS max in a cutback to a 3-inch configuration. We've got our duplex number 6.5 in 1 3/4 ounces of our duplex 6.5, just plain chilled lead shot, all covered in original buffer. In shot number 2, we got a brand new primed Federal from Ballistic Products. We got 43 grains of little gun in here, the same 3-inch CTPS max, cut to a 3-inch configuration, 1.8 ounces of number 6 nickel plated, covered in precision spherical buffer, and a beautiful roll crimp. That's our last 2, and we'll wrap up this turkey segment. First, we're going to shoot the new primed Remington. We're staying with the M3500, folks. Same tight rectifier choke, 6.53. $13.55. That was my front light shade came off of the optic.
It's right there, laying right in front of you.
Yeah. Beautiful. That's a good one right there. Well, they all been good. They all been good. The whole bird is full of shot. Full of shot. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pellets in his head. 3 right here in the brain, and loads in the spine and the neck. And yeah, folks, y'all are right. I usually shoot out of the Kicks Goblin Thunder, but all this with this old stuff that I'm shooting here today, I didn't have anything this tight. Everything I've got, I think as tight as I had there was like a 6.5 constriction. So these were a little bit tighter. I wanted to squeeze them as tight as I could today. And this last 3-inch, it's got 43 of little gun. This is a brand new primed Federal, so it's got the 209A in it. And 43 of little gun under 1.8 ounces of the nickel plated 6-shot. I shot the duplex on the first shot, folks. That was a duplex standard lead round. I may have said wrong when I was down there, but you know, I'm not sure. We covered this one in precision spherical buffer as well. $12.99. These 3-inch are some kickers. Looks beautiful. Show them that one too there, baby. After you give me the dirty looks. Very nice. Well, that made a big difference. That made a big difference, folks. So squeezing it a good bit tighter made a pretty big difference. Bird is definitely dead, but there's obviously less pellets in here than there was with the tighter choke in there. So chokes make a big difference. They really do. I A lot of you guys are going to say, well, Wade, you need to shoot a Jebs. I contacted Jebs. They wouldn't get back to me. So you need to shoot a Indian Creek. I contacted Indian Creek. They didn't get back to me. What was it? Rob Roberts. I think I contacted them. They did answer the phone and talk to me, but they didn't want to send me anything to shoot. I'm welcome to go spend $100 and $140, $150 per choke to go test them. Rachel and I don't have that kind of budget. So anyway, but Rectifier, they didn't have any trouble at all sending me a couple of chokes to check in the super tight constriction. So Mr. Allen Tootin, I appreciate you, buddy. So anyway, chokes do make a big difference. They really do. All the loads showing a lot of promise. And can you take a turkey with grandpa's old type turkey loads? Well, y'all be the judge. Mr. Paul Harrell used to say, and yes, I miss him a lot. I really do. Alrighty, folks, that's gonna wrap this one up. Well, folks, I think Rachel and I have proven that standard, regular, old school style turkey loads can work very, very well. I think every one was a dead time. So anyway, y'all have asked for it. I brought it to you guys. That's as simple as I can make it. That stuff's got a lot of promise. This is 40 yards that we were shooting this stuff at. So it worked out really, really well. Hope y'all liked it. We will have another one coming out here real soon, guys. So y'all stay tuned. Bye-bye.